we're going to make some delicious potato buns from scratch. So of course, you need some potatoes. You actually need 1 cup of mashed potatoes. So I know this is more than 1 cup, but I think this is less than 1 cup. So I'm just going to cook 2. And if there's any left over, then I'm eating mashed potatoes. So let's peel these and dice them up and get them boiling. You're also going to need 1 room temperature egg. So while you're working on the potatoes, which is going to take a while, pull an egg out of the fridge and let it come up to room temperature. Cut them into small pieces so that they boil faster. It's been 10 minutes and we can see that the potatoes are ready to be mashed. We have to preserve some of this potato water, 5 tablespoons to be exact, but I'll go over that later. So I'm just going to pour this water into this 4-cup container. That's more than enough. Let me drain these. I'll return these potatoes to the pot and mash them up. With the potato masher I found, you might remember from a previous episode I got lost. Nope, we got it back. Remember, we want 1 cup of packed mashed potatoes. These are hot, so I want to somehow avoid getting burned as I measure 1 packed cup. You know, call me crazy, I'm going to use all of them, even though it exceeds our 1 packed cup. I have this bowl with 2 tablespoons of butter. We'll put the potatoes in there and let the potatoes and the butter melt. Well, let the potatoes melt the butter. This all has to cool down a little bit, this and the water, because we're going to add it to the flour that has yeast in it, and we don't want to have super hot stuff hit our yeast and kill it. In my stand mixer, I need 2 1/4 cups or 12 1/3 ounces of bread flour, but I don't have bread flour. So what I use is a tablespoon of this, and then I add all-purpose flour. 12 1/3 ounces is what we're shooting for. I hope I have enough flour. It's going to be close. So now we mix our dry ingredients. A teaspoon of salt, and we have 2 teaspoons of yeast. And I'm going to mix that all together with my Danish whisk I got for Christmas. And now I add the butter potato mixture. And we just kind of want to mix this up. It doesn't have to be super mixed up. It just has to, you know, clumps of potato. We're going to put this in the stand mixer soon enough. I love this thing. What a great Christmas gift. Thank you, wife, for this. Now in this bowl, we have our cooled off potato water, 5 tablespoons. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of sugar. Try to dissolve that. We'll add our egg that we allowed to come to room temperature. With our dough hook on, we put it on low speed and we add our potato water mixture, and we let this go for about 2 minutes until it's combined and there's no dry flour. Now that it's come together, we're going to let it go for 8 minutes on medium speed until the dough becomes all smooth and elastic. Then we dump this out on a lightly floured surface. Although my surface isn't lightly floured, it's just a silicone mat, but I think it'll work. And we want to knead this into a smooth round ball. So it just takes a second. I use this bread thing, I don't know what it's called, to tell you the truth, and I just kind of push it under the dough, and that pulls it tight. It makes a nice taut ball of dough. See how that works? Pretty cool, right? And then we put it into this greased bowl, and we let it rise till it doubles in size about 30 minutes to an hour. My dough's been in the oven for 45 minutes. You see it's doubled in size. It's 45 minutes for me because my oven has this proof mode setting which keeps the oven at 95 degrees, helping the dough rise. The next step is to divide this dough up into 9 pieces because we're going to have 9 rolls. So I'm going to make it as square as I can without trying too hard. Cut it into 9 pieces. I like to use my bench scraper, but I can't find it, so I'm going to use this bread thing. I don't know what it's called. Bread scraper. This one seems a lot smaller than this one. So let's share the wealth. So you take your dough, you kind of make it into a ball, and then you spin it like this. Cup your hand and spin it until you get this taut ball of dough. Well, I guess I could have divided the dough up a little more evenly into 9 pieces, but we'll take the big ones and put them on this here. And these will be for the children I like. And then we'll take these and spread them out evenly. And we're going to let these sit for 15 minutes just to rest. What I need to do, so I'm going to press all these rolls down, make them a little more patty shaped. I'm going to spray them just a little bit so the plastic doesn't stick to them. Hey Google, set a timer for 30 minutes. Now that our potato burger buns have risen, I'm going to put an egg wash on them. An egg wash, as you can imagine, is an egg, a little bit of water, and a little bit of salt. There's a serious disparity in size between these buns. I should have been more careful when I cut them up. Now for a special treat, I have these sesame seeds to sprinkle on. The oven's preheating to 425. We're going to cook about 15 minutes until they look good. And if I'm on top of it, I will turn the pans around halfway through the cooking. And here is the finished product. Whoa.